everyone, this is Boricua Banks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. In the last episode, I was trying to finish this case, guys. I was so close, but I felt like I had to end it because it was just going to be too long of an episode. So I was like, you know what? I'll just continue on in the next time. So we're really close to proving that Luke at me is in fact the killer. We were trying to prove his motive. So let's continue on. Let's do this. Alright, so yes. This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing. How many times do I have to pick this guy out? Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single mask-to-mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. There's that music. Oh yeah. Yeah. That is the diamond referred to in the letter, which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. We're so close to the ending, man. I should have kept going. Oh well. Order in the court! Okay. It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite. Uh-oh. I don't like the way he said that. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke Atme? Are you for real? Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atme's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity? Atme killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. Well, he has a few identities. One name I would give him would be Pinocchio. Another one would be, frickin' douchebag. But I have another one in mind now. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Atme wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as Ace Detective? No, he always flaunts that. Master Mask? Nah, he ain't that. But a blackmailer? What? A blackmailer? Being blackmailed? What? Yeah, this case is something else. Luke Atme was a blackmailer. Ugh. Objection. Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that? This might be... We should just call this case Turnabout Blackmail.
You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme. But Ron Delight was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. Yeah, he received multiple letters. Okay. The plans. This was so interesting, though. You gotta admit, Atme is pretty slick. Detailed plans. In which case, that would mean that Ron Delight was actually mask to mask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme. Oh snap, yo! Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you? That's true, Phoenix. Oh my god. That's rude. You say that I, Look At Me, was blackmailing Ron the Light. In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask the Mask. Well, yes. Ron the Light started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke at me know that Ron Delight was Mask the Mask? Well, it's pretty obvious in here. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention. Nice. What do you mean? I bet it's true. This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron Delight in his guard uniform. It seems that Mask the Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Judge, that happens a lot in these games. You should be used to it by now. Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned that under his mask, Mask the Mask was really Ron Delight. What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Mask the Mask?
Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He's just a slimy blackmailer.
What a fraud, trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Ooh boy. Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Why I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and also Mask the Mask. Why can't you understand that? Uh-oh. He's lost it. I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why you? How dare you even dare to imply, something about lowly depths, big mouth of yours, you're all fools, fools! None of you can, something my genius, desecrate me, commemorate me. Ace detective cannot handle blackmail murder. It's enough to make one laugh. Okay, you are worse than Old Bag. Phew. You just flipped out.
It would seem we've finally gotten to the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme.
Objection!
Uh-oh. Come on. Godot, stop. The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my sentence.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. You ain't a judge. You better stop. This is why I don't like you, Godot. Fucking... I'm sorry, I swore. Freaking stubborn as hell.
Ugh.
You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Troit. Where do you... It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer,
and that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder.
That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull. Mr. Bull. Yes, Bull S. BS.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
No! No way! Ah, damn it, Godot! Ah, I'm so glad I didn't keep this in the last episode now.
Order! Order in the court! Well, Mr. Wright.
This is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Abney was at Mr. Bullard's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough. Mr. Troit, I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Abney was at KB Security, and the defense... I don't think we can prove it. Mass calling card, camera data, Blackmail letter, key card. What's this? Publicity photo. What's this? Buzzer record. I don't think... Left hand of Hades. I don't know. I don't think we can prove it. What am I gonna do?
I can't prove it.
Dang it.
Just as I thought.
No! But, if we hear more of Detective Abney's testimony...
Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Troit.
What do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean.
Aw, no! Who do you think you are? Seriously!
What? Have you forgotten? Luke Abney is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as mask to mask.
No! Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as mask to mask. My verdict will prove that, or verify that, sorry. Just as Ron the Lights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. No, come on, it's so obvious.
Order! Order in the court! That's enough deliberation over this witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? Why?
Because he'll be convicted already. Yep,
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts, and it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Abney will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask to mask, which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of Cain Bullard is concerned.
No way!
yeah, sucks.
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Abney's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Cain Bullard's murderer.
Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke at me, will go free.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. And as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections?
Come on, Phoenix. No, don't let him get away. He's evil. Damn it, Godot. You suck.
Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke at me.
That voice! I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were in a child. I remember this typo. Oh, really, game? Why you have such a weird typo? That's creepy. When you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you...
Really? Poor hearing, even as a child? Poor guy. Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice! No way!
Yay! Mia! Mia!
She's the true MVP of this game! Of the whole series, honestly. Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia! This is the true power of the Karain channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me. But right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. He did. Love went out. Ace detective. My verdict will verify that. Verify that he is the true murderer. Okay.
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. Then we shall prove their importance via a cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor? Godot's quiet. Interesting.
Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Nothing.
Oh, sir lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at... Let's hear it.
Huh?
Look at what? Look at you.
It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
Mr. Godot, what are you?
Very well then, look at me. I'll allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declare the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. She's such a... she's awesome. Love her. Best character. Honestly, I have one other character who's on my top spot of the entire series of Ace Attorney, but I have to say, second place goes to Mia. She really is the best. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Mask de Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Zavari. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. You said a lot there, bruh. This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained and none of them seem to contradict anything.
But of course.
But how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over old documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer.
Ugh.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer?
Even he took that nickname.
I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
We cannot postpone Luke Atmy's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a sec. Just one chance? Ha!
It seems that the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17, the last cup. It seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial.
I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination.
Finally. Alright, let's do this. I know exactly which one it needs. It's a long testimony. But it's really tricky, honestly. Because you have to remember, where has Luke Atmy been during this whole piece of the trial? He's been next door in his own trial. So, that means there are some things that he should not have been knowledgeable about because he wasn't here to hear it. But that's pretty tricky of the game. It's like so easy to mess up this one. Especially because it's such a long testimony. Mr. Light was wearing his Mask to Mask outfit.
Mr. Atmy, about this last remark.
Objection!
You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot.
What?
Mr. Atmy, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder.
How can you say that?
Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. Is that correct?
Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof.
More like your deductions prove that you're a fool.
I'm sorry. Whatever do you mean?
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
You shouldn't be after 17 cups of coffee. When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Mask to Mask when he went to the scene of the crime?
That was,
It was just a few hours ago. Back when my 6th cup of coffee was looking at me with a cold stare.
Yes, I remember. Never had a chance to mention it, huh? That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way that you should have known about that. Now we got him. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Mask to Mask. So then, enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information?
Well,
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Mask to Mask outfit. There was one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out.
only one.
One way, you say?
Please remember, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. Okay, there's a suspicious shadow. A familiar shadow. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
But Mr. Delight never saw him. There's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme.
It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Oh snap! Turnabout time! Woo woo!
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now if you turn that statement around, it stands to follow that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight.
Impossible.
Come on. Yep. Detective Atme, you saw Mask to Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Here we go. Uh-oh. Reaction. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's this pose? What? What?
take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself.
Wait, this sounds familiar.
Here I am, the tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
Exactly. My favorite. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. Okay, please stop. He's freaking crazy. I don't know why I love that guy so much. He's annoying, but he makes me laugh.
What an awfully complicated incident. Oh my god, this case has taken forever.
No kidding. There's no way I could have finished this in the last episode, so I'm glad it worked out.
Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. and upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi.
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
Excuse me. There we go again.
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me! Ron, please.
Oh, I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict?
I know, you never committed any murder.
That's right, I'm so glad you understand that. But, I really am Master Mask! I know. So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? Yep. What was it you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it.
I've been careless.
We let the thief get away with it. Oh boy. Careless. What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. Then, Master Mask is really innocent? For now, it would seem so. For now. Cause is he gonna commit more crimes after this? Because without Atme to plan everything, I don't think he's gonna be able to get away with it.
Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty. Here's your confetti. Take it, you frickin' thief.
Getting away with it. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, that isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all. Oh, shut up, Ron. Just be happy and just be quiet. Alright. October 14th, 3:35 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. You did it, Nick.
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of lost these days.
You mean about becoming the master of the Korean channeling school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
You mean Misty Faye?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Well then, see you around.
Mia.
Mia.
Oh, Mr. Wright! I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight.
Thank you very much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all this is happened.
Come on, just be happy already.
Maya.
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Master Mask to boot.
But in exchange, I lost everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Mask. I did it all for one reason. For her.
You mean your wife, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. Damn, man. That's not a good marriage if, she gonna leave you if you're poor.
So that's why you became Master Mask?
Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. You sure about that, bro?
That's not true. Right, Nick?
Right.
Really? Can we go back to the way things were?
You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can
kind of wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there is always a way to put it back together.
There it is. The urn.
The sacred urn! Desi was the one who found this.
Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there you are. Miss Delight. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit Quaby's security. I never imagined that you were really Master Mask either, even though all the evidence was right in front of her face.
Miss Delight, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you?
Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? What? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. Oh, that's kind of creepy. There's something else, this couple. It's kind of cute. In a really messed up way. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective. I see. My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them, like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous.
Chivalrous?
I don't think that's chivalrous, but okay. I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
Desi!
Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Oh, they're so cute and weird, but cute. Nicky boy? Yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy. Uh-oh. His face is going red because she's just staring at him. Phoenix, please. Oh no. Pearl, no. Stay away.
Mr. Nick! Mystic Maya! Congratulations!
Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you? With another man's wife in front of Mystic Maya!
No, you got it wrong!
I'll never forgive you, ever!
Oh boy. She slapped the heck out of him. So, just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Oh my god, how strong is Pearl? Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Aw, they're so cute. They're like, yay, it's back together. And it looks totally cute and girly with the pink splotches now. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together again even better than before. Aww. That's so cute. The Stolen Turnabout, the end. Finally. Oh, wow. That was a long case. Because it had 2 parts, so it was pretty long. Okay, guys. Oh, boy. The next case is Recipe for Turnabout. Ho, ho. Whoo-wee. That was something else, man. Alright, so look forward to the next episode, guys. It's gonna be a doozy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, have a nice day.
Bye!